Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to go over my top 10 most carried EDC fixed blades over the last couple of months. And I might have carried some other ones, but these are the ones I carried most often. First, we're going to get started with the Knives by Nuge Chickpea. I really started enjoying this one. I like how thick the handle scales are on it. I've been carrying this one with a static line cord hooked to the belt loop. It's got a nice taco style kydex sheath. That's something I really love in my EDC fixed blades because it keeps it very minimal. And I've been thinking about putting an ulti-clip on this one, but so far I've been enjoying it with the static cord. It's got a nice drop point blade. I think this one's an ABL. I get a nice 4-finger grip of my medium-sized hands, and those thicker G10 scales really fill out the hand nicely. Very well done. Came ridiculously sharp, and I've only really had to strop it since I've gotten it. Try to carry an EDC fixed blade on me every day now. It doesn't always happen, but I would say 90% of the time. He has started making more of these. You just got to check his site. Whatever knives are available, I will have them linked down in the description. Number 2, we have one coming from Arc and Iron, and this is my Abrams model. Well, I hadn't carried it a whole lot before I found this sheath for it. I've been having this sheath, but it works really well. Came with the leather sheath. He did say he could make me a kydex sheath. I just haven't had time to get it shipped out to him, and I just don't want to let it go. But this is a sharpshooter sheath, and I like the sheath a lot because the way it's set up, it's good for back pocket carry or front pocket carry. You can just sit at the bottom of your pocket, and it fills out the pocket well. I prefer it in my back right pocket, and here is the fixed blade. This is probably my nicest looking fixed blade I have. This is a custom. So it's going to have a premium price tag because there's a lot of work that went into this one. This one's in Magna Cut. It's got a full flat grind. I love that blade shape. Mine's got an acid stonewash finish on it. Beautiful sharpening choil. Orange G10 scales with those blue pins there, even though that's going against one of our rivals in football. But I love the overall aesthetics of the Abrams. It's a nice lightweight carry. I can utilize that tip if I needed to. And overall, this thing's just very nice. All of this stuff's very nice. Number 3 is probably my most carried, and that is the Schwarz Knives Overland Sport. Comes with a pancake style 2-part kydex sheath. Nice large drainage hole. I love seeing that. Tons of lashing points. I have a ulti-clip on it. I think it's a 2x2 ulti-clip, if I'm not mistaken. This one sits decently low. I can carry it in my front pocket, clip to my front pocket right here, back pocket. Sometimes I hook it to my belt loop. It just depends on how I feel like carrying it. This thing just performs so nice. It's in Magna Cut. It's Rockwell to I think 63, 64. And if you didn't see my testing or review of this thing performed better than any knife I've tested so far on the channel. Just absolute greatness here. You can either do a custom build where you choose your handle scale material, if you want it coated, non-coated, different color sheaths, eyelets, all kinds of stuff. Comes with the ulti-clip. I love that. Only thing I do wish this was a taco style sheath just to make it a little bit slimmer in pocket, but the way it sits, it still carries really well. It's not overly cumbersome or anything. You do have a lanyard hole. I have the green canvas micarta with the black hardware, and I went with the black coated blade. Perfect little EDC size. You got just the right amount of belly to be able to cut on a flat surface you need to. That tip, make drag cuts. I absolutely love it. It's more of a premium price tag on this, but I think it's well worth it. If you want to buy a one and done, pretty much anything from Schwarz Knives, if you like the way it looks and it looks like it would work for you, it probably will. He has a larger version of this just called the Overland, if this one's too small for you, and some other knives, some other designs as well. Go check out his site. I think he does drops also. Number 4, we have the Uinta Hunter V2. Comes with a 2-part kydex sheath, pancake style. You have tons of lashing points on both sides. I'm wearing it also with a static cord. And I might leave this one as a static cord, especially with the wider scales. It works nice in the pocket. This one has a nice drop point with a full flat grind, raw stone wash finish. This thing slices very, very well. Pretty sure it's an ABL steel at like 62 HRC, if I'm not mistaken. It's got some nice thick micarta scales that are beautifully contoured. It's very comfortable in hand. You get a nice full-size blade here. It slices well. It comes with a decent sharpening choil. Yeah, I like a lot about this knife. I carried the smaller Uinta knife, the Explorer, and whenever I started using this one and doing some testing with this one's become one that's been in the pocket most often. Nice positive click there, no rattle, and easy to get to. Nice little spot to push off on that Kydex. This next one, I didn't expect it to be able to be a EDC fixed blade for me because it's a little bit longer than I usually like to carry. This is the Vero Engineering Axon fixed blade. It has a fold-over taco-style Kydex sheath that's decently thick, tons of lashing points. I have the 3x3 Ulti-Clip on here, and I love it. The reason why this one's easier for me to carry is because it's so slim, and it functions really, really well. Another one that you have a nice full-size blade, nice slicey blade, M390 steel on this one. I went with the black canvas micarta. They're bolt-on. Beautiful jimping there. It's very effective. Mine's number 39. I think it's an attractive looking fixed blade, and it's a lot easier than I expected it to carry. It's not super heavy. It's perfectly balanced, so it feels a lot more agile in hand, and it's a beautiful utility blade shape. You know, this is my cardboard destroyer, or if I need to do some drag cuts, perfect for that. Kydex sheath is very solid. It's probably the second best. I would say the first is that Schwarz knives, Overland, and then this one. And I'm saying that because of the thickness. You can just feel that extra thickness gives you a little bit more rigidity. It's got a nice positive click, no rattle. I find that some of the thinner Kydex sheaths tend to loosen up a lot quicker. This next one, I think, is the cheapest one on this list, and that is the Kansept Korvid S. I carried this one and the more budget-friendly one. Both of them, in my opinion, are great prices. You got a taco-style Kydex sheath, lashing points all over the place. It comes with the pocket clip, and it's nice because that pocket clip, even though you have that much sticking out of the pocket, it's still, with the shirt, you know, hanging down, it covers it up, and it's decently thin. You got a nice little push-off point, a small little drainage hole, and you have that cleaver-shaped blade. Whenever I first got them, I carried the 14C 28M one more, and both of them are very slicey. You can see, because it's that cleaver blade, you have that wide blade. It's very thin, slicey. This one has a raw stone wash finish, and it's an S35EN with the carbon fiber with the copper foil in it, or whatever it is. The ergo's excellent, especially where that little scoop is. Yeah, I love it. A good utility blade here as well. I can use that tip very, very good to do some fine, precise cutting. I like it enough to where after I bought the 14C 28M one, I bought this one not long after an S35EN. I think these go for less than $100, the S35, and I think the 14C are like $60. It's a no-brainer for me. Number 7, we have the BGM Mini Spade. I've been carrying it with the soft loops. It's got a nice taco-style Kydex sheath. Nice push-off ramp there that's very comfortable. And nice positive retention, no rattle. He does a great job with his sheaths as well. And if you have large, extra large hands, this one's probably going to be too small for you. But he has a full-size spade if you like the profile of this one that has a longer handle. I still get a 3.5 finger grip on it, and it's thick enough in the scales to fill out my hand nicely. See, he's got a beautiful deep hollow grind on it, so it's nice and thin. This thing's very slicey. Mine's in Magna Cut. I love that raw heat-treated finish right here on the flats. I think it looks great. His satin grinds are absolutely stunning, and he does a great job with his heat treat. I went the blue-black layered G10. It's got some scalloping on the side for a little bit extra texture. Got a lanyard hole in these. Yeah, I think this is my third BGM Knives fixed blade, and I love every one of them. I think his books are open for custom orders, and that's what I did here. You can pick the steel, which one you want, and like being this is not the mini spade's not something he offers really, but you just say, is there any way you can make me a mini spade? He also does one-offs and stuff like that. I'm sure within reason, if you discuss it with him, he'd probably do it for you. So super nice guy as well. And number 8, we have the Terra knives hiker. I keep wanting to drop. I have all the testing footage done for this one, and I even have I'm pretty sure I had the whole review recorded already, but I want to drop the review whenever, right before he does his drop, because I don't want to do the review if you can't get it. I think right now he's sold out, but he does drop every 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure, unless something comes up. Has a nice taco style sheath. I put a 3x3 ulti-clip on it, and I did it like that so I can have it farther down in the pocket. So all that's sticking out is about that much. Nice push-off point there. He's a younger guy, makes his knives. I think he makes them in his basement. I don't know if he still does, but that's where he made this one. USA, full flat grind. This particular one's an S45 VN. He does all the really good super steels. Just check his site. Performed outstanding. Very comfortable. Textured Terra Tough scales on this one. It's more like a bubblegum color. Hopefully I can remember to ask him when the next drop is so I can release this review. This is my third knife from Terra knives, and all 3 of them are absolutely excellent. Great knife. This is probably my favorite just because it's perfect for me for an EDC fixed blade. It's got a 3-inch blade, and that handle, I get a nice 4-finger grip on it. Number 9, we have the White River Knives Backpacker. It's got a 2-part sheath, drainage hole at the bottom. I have the 3x3 ulti clip on it, and I had originally bought this with the cord wrap scales, but for me, the G10 just set it over the top for me. It's kind of like a caper shaped blade, S35 VN steel, USA made. Those the thickness in those G10 scales, not only do they offer excellent traction because they're peel ply G10 scales, you got a little pop of color with the orange liner. They fill out the hand so much better, so it's so much more comfortable. I went with the semi mirror polish on this one. And man, even whenever I tested this one for the head-to-head battle between this one and the Bradford Guardian 3, if you didn't see that, that was, I think, 2 years ago whenever I did that head-to-head review. If you didn't see that, go check it out. But man, that's when I really kind of fell in love with this knife. Very high-quality products. Definitely want more knives from them. And lastly, this one is probably the newest on this list, but it's been in the pocket every day since I've gotten it, and I'm about to do a review on it. And that is the brand new Asher Knives Lil Buddy. Comes with a fold over Kydex sheath. You got a few attachment points right here. Comes with the pocket clip. Nice little push off point, drainage hole there. Positive retention, no rattle. And after doing the review on their first one, the Asher Fixie, it was an excellent little EDC fixed blade. It's a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, and this blade shape is much more versatile for me. You can use that tip on this one rather easily. The other one, the tip's a little bit higher because it has a higher belly to it. You got that full flat grind, G10 with textured scales that are contoured. I'm not going to go too deep into this because of the review. If it hasn't dropped already, it's going to be dropping the next day or so. But yeah, stay tuned for this review. Well, that does it for today's video. If you carry an EDC fixed blade, let me know which one it is, especially which one do you carry most often if you have more than one. And let me know what you think about these. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave those down below. I hope everybody's having an absolute amazing day. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.